When the end of the world didn't happen, I thought everything would just go back to normal.
The way it was. It wasn't perfect.
But it worked. Life went on.
Until it didn't. What comes next, though?
Doesn't end with death.
Come along. What's the worst that could happen? Pantsless Tables presents Afterdeath. A dark tale of the horrors and traumas of dying, and what happens if there's no afterlife to go to.
Alternate Tuesdays, starting May 12th at 8 p.m. IST.
Hello. I was looking at the stream and being like, hey, it's not changed. Maybe my thing's just paused. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Afterdeath, welcome back to Pantsless Tables presenting Afterdeath. That's the right way around. We are in for a ride today. This is my game, running for Pantsless Pride. Steve, why don't you start us off by telling us about Pantsless Pride?
Hi. It is I, Steve. I do things and stuff. We're running Pantsless Pride, which is a place. Well, no, Pantsless Pride is not a place. Pantsless Tables is a place. Pantsless Pride is an event
we
run every year for Pride, where we stay pantsless. But anyway, we're fundraising for the Trevor Project as part of Pantsless Pride this year, but also we're doing mutual aid for 5 individual people in India who need help with medical bills, moving fees, and all that stuff that unfortunately is extremely expensive in this country. So if you would like to help donate, or you would like to help, donate to the cause, it's pinned in the thing. It'll be in our comments. It'll be in our other places where we do stuff. And we've raised about $35 so far. And my goal is to hit $1,500 by the end of the month, which with the 12-hour events that we're doing in June, in the last weekend of June, will probably add to that, and hopefully will put us where we need to be. Yeah.
And also during this game, if you donate, we will do some special things. I don't know if you've got a list there, Steve, but there's a bunch of things that if you donate during the stream, we'll add to the next role, or I can do a nightmarish voice for a little bit and stuff. So and also I'd like to say I am going to donation match anything that is donated during the streams whilst I'm running the game. So either this session or the next session, anyone donates, I will match whatever you donate. So donate, send in all your money. Please don't send thousands, because then I will be bankrupt. But it will be for a good cause. As I said, this is my game, Afterdeath. I hacked this together from the system behind the other games that I've made, Overgrown and Cybertopia. I've not actually published or even properly written out the rules for this game. I don't know if I ever will, but this is specially hacked for this particular stream. So there's a bunch of rules and things that essentially only I know about, and some of them are getting revealed as we play. So I think we've got pretty much all of it covered now. But there might be some fun little surprises that come out. I wanted to talk a little bit before we get going about how the roles in this game actually work, in that every role is just a single D20. And when players, when they want their characters to do things, specific things, not just walking across the street or something, but anything where there's a chance that something could go wrong, then we'll roll a dice and they can add their modifiers that are on their character sheets for their specific things, as long as they can justify them being relevant. Like if you've got, I don't know, a climbing skill and I don't know, sticky hands or whatever, you can add as many of your modifiers as possible that you can justify being relevant to the role. And there are 3 types of roles in this game. We've got the first one, which is kind of, I call them inevitable roles, in that this is stuff that will definitely happen. There's not really any pressure or anything on the action, but the role will determine how well or how fast you do this thing. It's definitely going to happen, but if you get a high number, it will happen really well, really quickly, really cleanly, or quietly. If you roll low, it'll be noisy or dangerous, or it will take you really long, or maybe you'll get lost on the way or something like that. The next kind of role is a more like a target or a skill check in other games that you might get, where you have a number that you're trying to hit. So if you were trying to, I don't know, jump over a wall or something, and you'd need a 15 to be able to do that. You get under the 15, you don't manage to do it. If you get over the 15, and depending on how far over, then you might clear the wall easily. And if you get really low, below the number, then you're going to get injured or hurt or something. And you'll take damage, which is the difference between the number you're going for and the number you roll. So in the first episode, we had a situation where Samantha, who's Steve's character, and Blake, I think it was, that is Rose's character, were pushed off of the top of a mound of zombies, and they fell to the floor. And Steve's character suffered some, well, we're calling it damage. I'm doing that in quotes because these characters don't suffer damage. They suffer nightmares. And as opposed to other systems where you have like health points or whatever, they don't start with a number and it goes down. Each time they incur damage, in quotes, they increase in their nightmares. And each time they hit a multiple of 10, they incur a significant nightmare moment. We've had Steve had a little one in the first session. Blake, Rose's character, has had a couple because they had a few, two nat ones. When you get a nat one, you have a really big nightmare. And I'm calling that like a nightmare incursion or a nightmare invasion or something. So when that happens, we get a kind of a separate side scene where, Rose has a fun time. But then also Rose rolled a nat 20, which kind of does the opposite and gives you extra power and a new mutation is the wrong word, but it's kind of a mutation, new power, new development. So yeah, let's hope for more crit successes and crit failures because they're both fun. And since I've talked about the characters a couple of times now, why don't each of you go through, tell me about your character, and also I'd like you to describe a scene from their past, from their background, so that we can get a bit more to know these people. And let's start with Steve. I know you love going first.
Gee, thanks, man. Okay, so my character is named Samantha Shaw. She is before her death also, an extremely tall woman with arms for days and legs for days, just muscle built, strong. So yeah, just think Emma Swan but brown. I'm going with that. That is who she is. I think the scene that we're gonna go with is her first day as an intern, at medical school. Rushing through the halls carrying a bunch of books. This version of Samantha is the same height, but she is significantly skinnier. Does not have the muscles yet, is still baby mode, does not have the time to go to the gym to build muscles, and is just running, hair flying everywhere, dark circles under their eyes, has not slept in probably the last 24 hours at least, probably more, and is rushing because she's late to her to rounds. That's what they're called. Yes, they're called rounds. I know medical stuff, even though I'm not a doctor, because I've seen 21 seasons of Grey's Anatomy and 2 seasons of The Pit. That's yes. Yes, she is late to rounds, and she rushes in, holding all these papers, walks into a door, papers fly everywhere. That is the scene.
As you walk through this door, the papers fall out of your hands, they go spilling onto the floor, and as they hit the ground, they explode and they change from paper into blood, and blood just flies all around the room and all into your face, and you look down at your hands and you are just completely covered in blood.
No, that's not what happened. What are you talking about?
Let's move on to Blake. Rose, why don't you introduce us to Blake and give us a little scene from Blake's life?
All right. Hi, I'm Rose Blossom, or Rose for short. I use any pronouns, and I am playing a Blake who uses they, he pronouns. And a scene from Blake's life is actually around when like it was time for his it was a oh gosh, what's the term? Well, okay. So it was the end of the workday. Sorry. Had
Okay.
brain pause.
It's all good.
It was the end of the workday. There was a group of his coworkers just kind of talking, and they heard it but they didn't like hear it. And as they were about to leave, one of them, a woman by the name of Carissa Locke, um asked them, "Oh, hey, we're gonna grab some drinks. You want to join us?" Um, Blake leveled it in their mind. Um, Most of the people in that group were intelligent, so they would probably make for interesting conversation. Um, while Blake wasn't that much of a drinker, they understood that alcohol, often in when drinking in groups, could help with bonding and friendships. But then they remembered something, and ultimately they said no, and they left.
So Blake stayed behind in the office on their own as everyone else, one by one, left. And the lights in the office gradually flicked off. And Blake didn't leave. Just sat in the chair as all the lights go off in the office. The janitor doesn't come round. All of the staff have left. And after all the lights go off, it just continues getting darker and darker. And the lights outside on the buildings outside this skyscraper that Blake works at also went off. And Blake just sits there in the dark until eventually their parents walk in. Their parents, who own and run this company, walk into this dark office up to Blake, just shake their head at him and say, "We're very disappointed in you, Blake."
That's not what happened.
Kat, let's talk about Mira. Let's talk about Mira. Let's talk about Kat. Damn it! So well.
Let's talk about Kat. Okay, I'm Mira. I go by she, they pronouns. Kat Peña also goes by she, they pronouns. They are a medium popular horror artist on the internet. They were known for a lot of kind of doing interviews, but very contained, only online, never in person. And we're going to go to a pivotal moment for them a few hours before the party. At the celebration of the world not ending. You'll be at a house in a kind of secluded mountainous area. All hardwood, all very meticulously designed. There's nothing like personality-wise that it almost looks like a showcase house. And there's a very rhythmic, wet thumping in the background. And you hear Kat kind of grunting, and then she kind of takes a breath. She's like, "Okay." She pulls her phone out of her pocket. It's like this thick red liquid on her hands, and she's trying to find the email. She responds, "No, I changed my mind. I will be going to the party after all." She puts it back in her pocket and she's like, "Okay, the world didn't end. It doesn't have to go back to how it was. Things can be different. I can be different. I can go outside. I can be free, and I don't ever have to listen to you again." And you look down, and there's a very mutilated corpse on the floor of what may have been someone that looks very much like her. And she just puts down the axe, kind of wipes her hand on her jeans. She's like, "Oh, I have to go get ready. I can't go out like this. It's the first time I'm going outside. I have to look good to go outside to the party. We're all going to the party today. Everyone's going to the party."
I don't even have to add horror to your description. What?
That is exactly what happened, and I told you it happened.
Well, so Kat puts down this axe, starts walking over towards her bathroom and her bedroom to get herself cleaned up and ready for the party. But she pauses in the middle of the room. This work of art behind her and red paint all over the place, and she just suddenly finds that she can't move. She's stuck still, paralyzed in the middle of this room, knowing that she needs to go and get ready for the party. She's decided, she's made this declaration to this person on the phone that she's going to go and get ready, and she can't bring herself to do it. She can't bring herself to move, and she suddenly feels like over her shoulder, maybe there's like a window back over where she was making that sculpture, and she feels like somebody is watching her. Something is there.
No, I got out.
Well, no, let's talk about Miguel. So, tell us about Miguel.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Monroe. I use he, they pronouns. I'm playing Miguel Garcia. Miguel, like I said, was a poet in life. But this is not that. Like I said, the scene starts in a courtroom. He's presentable. He's got the mask on of being pleasant, but there's no light in his eyes. And after they're done, he just walks home into a penthouse suite apartment, walks through the door, and the mask finally drops, and he throws this pile of divorce papers across the room. And in his frustration, takes one of his notebooks that has a significant amount of poetry in it and rips out the pages and just starts tearing them apart.
As he's tearing into this book that is painstakingly written over who knows how long, a tooth appears on one of the pages. An actual physical, like, bone tooth. He just kind of shakes it off and throws it down with the rest of the pages. And then the next page has more teeth. And he suddenly realizes that the teeth are coming from his mouth. And more teeth just keep on appearing on these pages. He's not even feeling them fall. And more teeth and more teeth. And then a whole jaw seems to appear on the page. And he's like, no, I've still got my jaw, still got my teeth. And then there's a tongue. And then a full mouth. And a throat. And more just falling onto this page.
That's not what happened.
So, we finished last episode on a beach. Back where they were just in front of the building where it all began from, with the party at the end of the world. And they all gradually, one by one, realized that that's where they were. And then the ground started shaking. And the next thing that happens is Cat can hear a shouting quite in the distance, but coming closer. Cat's got like the special hearing. And then as they get closer, the rest of you can also hear this kind of shouting, calling out for help, and footsteps, running, or stumbling. You can't see them just yet, but there's someone coming from the direction of the buildings and the city.
Can we see that direction, or like does the beach kind of like, is it like at the bottom of like a
Wherever it's coming
step
from
kind of deal?
seems to be like masked by buildings and stuff. You can't make out exactly where it's coming from or see the source, but you can also feel the ground rumbling. There is more than just these two people coming towards you.
Okay. Hmm.
Those cries for help
Boy.
are getting louder. They're getting more frantic. You can hear shuffling. And as the four of you kind of just stand there, almost like waiting, this couple of people stumble around the corner of one of the buildings. One of them is propping the other one up, just kind of pulling them forwards. They've clearly injured their leg or something. And these two people seem to be clad in some sort of off-white sort of armor, and they got like they look like helmets, but almost like those kind of old school pith helmet kind of things. And they're trying to drag themselves towards you, towards the beach, and they look up, and Miguel see it. Their eyes kind of lock onto the four of you, and they start shouting, "Help! Help! They're after us!"
Do they look armed in any way? Can I read their minds or something to see like what's going on in there, or if they're actually like genuinely fearful, or if there's like there's something up here?
And I'll tell you for free, they look and sound panicked to you. If you want to roll, then we can have a roll and see.
Sure, that's never failed me before.
So I'll say you can add psychic and clarity, and also nerves on this. So +6 total.
Dang, okay. Oh, okay. That's okay, that's 24.
Ooh. Okay,
'Cause I
right.
got an 18 on the dice.
Nice. What I will also add is that the higher your modifier, when you roll a nat 1, the worse the narrative outcome will be. So if you've got like a modifier of +10 and you roll a nat 1, then things are going to go really, really bad. If you've just got like a modifier of +1 when
Wow!
you roll a nat 1, then it won't be. I mean, it will be bad, but it won't be as bad. But you rolled fine. You're great. So 24.
Foreshadowing is a tool.
I do not control the dice, people. That's not me.
Foreshadowing is a narrative tool.
So, yeah, you can instantly tell these people are genuinely fearful for their lives. They have, they are exhausted. They've been running for quite a while. One of them has a serious injury. You can also tell between them they've got some sort of relationship. You're not quite sure exactly what their relationship is. Maybe even in their own heads, it's a bit of a murky, like non-defined sort of relationship. But they are dragging each other forwards and really genuinely trying to get to safety, to find help. And you are the first people that they've seen in, I don't know, maybe a mile or two of running away from whatever they're running from.
All right, okay. People is a little He's putting it lightly.
If you want to define yourself as something other than people, then that's fine.
Mm.
So anyway, these two people are dragging themselves onto the beach. What are the four of you doing in response?
They're on the beach now.
They're like right at the top of the beach. I'm gonna say it's quite a long beach. The tide is out, and you were down at the water, bathing yourselves and splashing yourselves to get the detritus and blood and stuff off yourselves from when you emerged from the pile of zombie bodies. So they're at the top of the beach, just stepping off of like the promenade onto the sand.
Okay, they look like you're in trouble. All right. Cattle will just probably start heading towards them. Not the fastest one in the group, so
yeah, I was gonna say Miguel kind of like looks up at the sky, and then just bolts.
Miguel's such a reluctant hero.
Yes.
Okay, let's have a speed roll from Miguel to see how he does.
What is that? Athletics?
Yeah, you can add athletics.
Okay.
I'll also let you add flesh.
Okay.
I can't wait for Samantha to add bone.
I know. It's a 15.
Okay. As these people step off of the promenade, there's a little bit of like maybe like just a foot fall down onto the beach, and like stumbling forwards as one of them tries to carry the other, they trip and they start falling towards the sand. And Miguel darts up the beach, up the sand, and manages to get to them before they hit the ground, and catches both of them in his arms. And they take a moment to register what's just happened, and they're just like, thank God, thank God, thank God. And now that Miguel is right up close to them, he can tell these are two masked people, and they are, one of them clearly has probably like a broken leg or something like that, and is really struggling to move. Also being right up to them, he can see that they have weapons, but it looks like they're out of commission. They look like weird weapons, like they're replicas or something, but almost like you'd see like a cosplay convention. So Miguel catches these people, realizes that they are genuinely injured and they have weapons, and they've got some sort of body armor on, like they've got some plating and like these kind of helmets shaped to their heads. But again, it's not metal and it's not plastic. It's like some weird off-white material. And they're just thanking you profusely. And just asking, can you help us? Can you get us away? Can you please?
Away from what?
The herd's coming.
The fucking herd.
Okay.
So like, I think
We see
start
anything?
looking around. Maybe there's like covers somewhere, because like we're on the beach. We're like exposed unless we want to start swimming.
Have you got a boat?
No.
Wait, where is
What are you
this
doing on
coming
the
from?
beach?
Swimming?
Fuck! Get us out of here. We got to get out of here.
Can I see like any like place that might be suitable cover or something? Maybe I shouldn't be the one doing that.
Yeah, I will look
our
around.
eyes here.
I'm the one with eyes.
I mean, there are buildings or like the remnants of buildings around like the promenade area, but I think you'd all remember that when you were in one of these buildings not too long ago in your own memories, those things could climb like sheer faces.
Yeah, but if they don't know, like, do we see a horde coming or like?
You can feel the ground rumbling.
Okay, but they won't
Actually,
know.
Miguel, let's have a sight roll from Miguel.
Okay.
Now that he's up on the top of the beach, we'll have a bit better view.
That's 18 on the deck, so 20.
Okay. So Miguel, you look down the path and you look into the city to try and see like where these people had come from, like what is coming, and all you can see is like a dust cloud, and it is moving, and it is certainly where that thumping you can now feel in the floor is coming from.
Roll.
It is coming towards you quite quickly, and it is
Roll.
large.
Hmm.
Like we're talking, it spreads across the whole road that you're looking down, and this is not like a little alley you're looking down. This is like a main street. You can see one of those ones that goes like all the way across the city sort of streets. Maybe it's in fact actually Main Street. And so this dust cloud covers the whole street and looks like it goes down the sides, past through the side streets from it as well.
Do they look like they're coming straight for us, or are they just wandering and we are in the way?
It's hard to tell if these people had intended to come to you. I think Blake would be able to, from their mind reading thing, know that these people were just running, and they were just running in any direction away from the thing that was chasing them.
I mean,
They didn't know you
the
were here
horde
until they found you.
that Miguel sees, does that look like they're coming straight for us?
That is certainly chasing the people that he has just caught.
Okay, so even if we hide in a
They're
building,
coming our
they
way.
but does it look like they can see this far, or can they smell them? Like, can we smell them?
I mean, probably. One of them is injured. There's probably some blood.
It's hard to tell. Like maybe if you were to move position and see if it followed you, you'd be able to tell. But these people cannot move too well.
I
Yeah,
have
no,
a question.
because
What does
like
premonition cover?
Anything that could be a premonition.
Can I divine?
You
where
can try
it's
and do a
best for us
divining
to
roll,
hide?
yeah. Let's have a roll and see how it goes.
Can I add hearing to it? Because I'm divining where to go and I could hear the stampede heading our way.
I'll give you that, yeah.
All right. Roll high, please.
So +3 total.
13.
I think you prick up your ears and you try and like get a kind of a geospatial kind of idea of what's coming towards you and what the scene before you and between you and that dust cloud is like and what might happen. And I think you can tell that if you stay where you are, it is going to reach you very soon. You can't see where's a better place to go, but certainly not here.
All right. So the injured one. I'm gonna grab the injured one, put him on my back. We
So
need
is
to leave.
everyone going to go up to the top of the beach at this point?
Yeah, I had said at the start that I would like go towards them, but I'm not as fast as Miguel, so I wasn't gonna reach there first.
Maybe we should let Miguel take the injured one.
This is also a plan, but we're gonna have to move.
Steve, can I have Samantha do a healthcare roll, please?
Sure, yeah. I'm down.
I'll let you add both your background as a former doctor and also +2 bone.
Okay, perfect. Okay. That's a 9. Fuck. With the +5, it's a 9.
Oh man. Okay. You can tell that this person, the injured person, has broken their leg, like seriously broken their leg. If they put any weight on that, if they get shaken around too much, their leg is going to be unrecoverable.
Okay, that's fine. Which one of us is the strong one? I'm the strong one, right?
You're the strong one, yes.
Fuck. Okay. I am going to attempt to quickly make a splint.
Okay.
Is there, I'm assuming there's wood lying around the beach from discarded boats and stuff that got tossed onto the beach, right?
As soon as you have this thought of making a splint, you find in your hand a perfectly formed, shaped splint made of
I don't
bone.
like that.
Bone.
Can we make a roll to like? Let me check. Is this real? Is there a? Can we make a roll for that? Am I still stuck in the nightmare that Pat put me in?
And you're stuck in a nightmare.
Okay, fair.
No, you've somehow just instantaneously created a bone splint.
Oh,
You rolled for +2
Oh.
bone. Why are you surprised you have bone?
no. Okay, yeah, okay, fair. I'm gonna try to quickly make a splint with that. I don't know what's happening. Neither does Samantha, really.
Okay, let's have a healing roll. Probably
Okay.
the same the modifiers as we used last time.
Yeah, fair. That's an 8 this time.
Steve.
Oh.
So you go to put this splint on this person and to attach it to their leg, and they look at you like this is the weirdest thing, and their partner is still holding on to them. Miguel is still also holding on to them. And I think everyone just kind of
my God.
watches as Samantha goes to put this splint on, and it just fuses to this person's leg. And yeah, that their leg is like, I mean, it's still broken, clearly. Like, there's probably even a bit of like their leg bone poking out through one of the like through the flesh somewhere. But their leg is now fully like immobilized. They're not going to be bending that. They're not going to be putting any weight on it or anything. But there is no way they can walk.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I'm just gonna pick them up, put them over my shoulder, and just be like, okay, let's move.
As you pick them up and they go on your shoulder, they are wincing. They're not quite screaming because they're trying to muffle themselves from making too much noise. But you can hear them like going, oh, I think you made it worse. I think you made it worse.
We can deal with this when we get to safety, okay? You're fine for now.
Okay, let's go. Their partner is still kind of holding on to Miguel, still kind of trying to understand what has just happened and what is happening. And they're like, okay, probably south. Let's go south. And they point like left down the beach, like the promenade away from the beach.
We go south, I guess.
The base is to the south.
But you know what? I'm so done questioning things at this point. Let's just
Base.
go.
Okay, are you sticking together or is Miguel running off ahead?
I think that's for the best, no?
Mm-hmm.
And is Miguel carrying the other person?
The person is
Is
not
the
hurt,
other
right?
person injured?
The other person doesn't seem injured.
Then you're fine, dude.
Yeah, no, then I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. If he's fine, I'm like, no, we're good.
You should prioritize the injured.
Yes.
Okay.
At most, Kat might grab their arm and drag them because we are faster, but I'm not the fastest one. So I probably won't wreck their legs pulling them.
They do look very tired. They've clearly been running and potentially like haven't eaten or drank in a while because they've just been running for their lives.
Blake's gonna actually turn to Samantha and be like, you controlled those creatures before, right? Zombies.
Yes, I think so. I wasn't really actively thinking of it. It just happened, you know?
Well, maybe you could try that again.
Okay, I don't know how far my range extends. I'm pretty sure there's like a, area of effect kind of thing. So if they get closer, then maybe we try.
Whichever
They are
you think is
definitely
best.
getting closer. You can all see them down that street now. They are maybe 2-3 blocks away at this point.
Okay, yeah, I'm
And
gonna
they're moving
turn.
fast.
I'm gonna turn. Still, this person's still on my shoulder. Spread my arms, T-posing style, and just stop. Leave us alone.
Okay. You're balancing this person on your shoulder whilst you're doing this.
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's have a roll, and you can include your +1 with zombies.
Watch me roll a 7 this time.
No.
No. Wait.
Oh, it's a 15. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. The good news is you don't drop the person. They, as you like stretch out your arms and try and like propel this intention towards the herd, this person just kind of grabs onto your arm, and they're like a child dangling from their parents' arm at this point. You're like 7.5 feet tall and like massive. This person's just hanging on for dear life, and you send out this thought to the herd that's approaching. What is the thought you're sending towards them?
Oh, just for them to leave us alone.
Okay. I think everyone will notice the thudding, the thumping sound is momentarily slowed down. It doesn't stop. The dust cloud dies down a little bit, and it definitely feels like the crowd has slowed, but they've not stopped. And as that dust kind of settles over the next few seconds, you can now make out this is a large number of zombies, we'll call them for simplicity, coming towards you. Like, we're talking dozens, if not hundreds of these things. And they are still coming. Not quite a shambling, more of a walking pace than a charging. But they're coming.
Okay, I slowed them down a little so we have more time to find a place to hide or escape or something. Where is this base that you keep talking about?
South of the city. We just gotta go. This person is like going ahead of you now. Like, if you're still standing there, they are moving. And they are gesturing for you to follow.
Do you have a way to deal with the horde in your base, or are they just going to swarm the base?
Oh, look, we've got defenses. If we can get there, we'll be fine.
Okay. I just turn to the others and I just shrug, I guess, with still holding this thing on my shoulder. I guess we're going to the base. I don't know.
Yeah, probably if the other one is like kind of leading the way already, we just like walk or like jog and talk.
And yeah, is Miguel staying, or is he going to go ahead?
No, he's gonna go ahead.
Okay, let's have a roll for Miguel.
Okay.
So we'll do a speed roll, but it's also will determine on like kind of what you find when you go up ahead.
Okay. It's a 13.
Okay, I know 13's a lucky number, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, Miguel, I guess, runs off ahead, and I think you will suddenly notice, like, you're not as fast as you were when you first woke up. When you first woke up, back where like you started running and you were like halfway across the city in a moment. You are still faster than the others, notably so, but it is not as dramatic as it was. And maybe, no, it doesn't feel like tiredness. It's just, you're not moving as fast as you were. And you get up a bit of distance, so maybe a few 100 meters ahead of the others. And you are maybe looking down the side streets to your right as you're running along, and you can still see that crowd of zombies stretches. It's not just that few dozen or 100 that you saw before. Like, they go down the sides of the streets as well. This is a huge number of zombies here. Like, when they said herd, they meant like when you see a huge number of like antelope or buffalo charging in the wilds in documentaries from the olden times. This is like that, but they're going through the city. And they are starting to close in on the others. You can be quite confident in yourself that you'd be able to outrun them. But you can see that the others are not going to get away from this crowd.
I think at that point, like, is running, and as the process like slowly trickles to a jog, to a walk, stops. Again, looks at the sky, sighs, and then just turns back around. It's like, God damn it.
As you look to the sky, you'll notice that it is now like the dead of night. The sun went down back when you're on the beach at the start there, and it is now fully nighttime. There's stars twinkling in the skies. And actually, do you remember back when this was a full living city and all the light pollution and everything? You've never seen the sky so clear like this. Not from the city anyway. It is beautiful. But then you turn back and you go to the others. Everyone else, you are gradually making progress, moving with a pace, but the person on Samantha's shoulder is like clearly in pain with every single movement, and there are tears streaming down this person's face. Their partner is staying close by so that they can try and comfort them, but they're also quite high up on Samantha's shoulder, so this person can barely reach them. They're having conversations between them, and they're just trying to encourage and comfort each other, like saying, "We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. We found friends. We found help." The zombies are closing in, and as Miguel starts making their way back to the group as well, you can see the zombie crowd start circling around you from where behind Miguel and also behind yourselves and also from the side, and they are forming a full semicircle around you, pushing you down towards the beach.
Do they seem to be avoiding the water, or have we not gotten to the water yet?
They haven't reached the water yet.
Oh,
They're
okay.
pushing us towards the water.
They
We're
are
out of
they
the
are
beach.
just encircling you at this point.
Then again, one of them did mention a boat.
Are you sure you haven't got a boat? That would be great if they don't come in the water. If you can get a boat, then. But there's no boats.
Samantha, can you
Destroyed
make
all
a
the
bone boat? Do it!
Can we make a bone boat?
Bone!
The zombies get up to where the promenade is. Are you going to back off into the sand again?
I just look at the others. Are we fighting? Are we running? What is the plan?
Well,
We see a boat or like a remnant of a boat.
You can see nothing like that at all.
I can see nothing. Okay. Fuck.
Samantha.
Fuck it. Ben, can I try to make a bone boat?
You can. I will say this is going to be extremely difficult.
Can I help? Because
You
as a
can
horror
help.
artist, I have proportions, and also I know proportions, not I have proportions. That was a mistake. I also have blood.
All of you can roll an assist to help on this if you want.
Yeah.
Is it just D20 as well?
Yeah, just a d20, and anything like whatever narratively you're saying you're doing to assist, you can add that to your roll as well.
At
And
force, can I beat the bone boat?
I
If
don't
you
know.
can justify it
I'm
being
just here like giving moral support.
What do you mean?
basically with an assist, if you when you roll, if you get over a 20, it will add 3 to Steve's roll.
Okay.
Well, I
If
got
you
a
get,
9, so
between 15 and 19, then that's a +2. 11 to
Okay.
14 is a +1.
I got a 9.
I got a 19 on the die.
So that's
And
a
then with-
+2.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so a +2 from Kat. Monterey, you helping?
Yep. I rolled a 14.
Okay, so it's a +1 from Miguel. So Steve, you got a +3 assist from the others.
But
The total +5 with the bone, right?
Plus bone. Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
Please.
That's an 18.
Okay.
Like in total or on the dice?
In total.
Okay. I think. Well, okay. Firstly, does Samantha put down the person while she's trying to do this?
Yeah, I think now she's like, okay, I need to put you down. I need both hands to do this. And she's just gonna gently like lay them down on the promenade, I guess, or on the beach, wherever we are. And then
Yeah, the promenade is full of zombies at this point. You've got maybe 10 meters of space around yourselves as you like go down to the water's edge, and you start trying to produce a boat of bone.
yeah, that's what I'm doing. And I'm
Bone.
trying to shape my hands to make the bone shape. And I don't really know what I'm doing, but I just put my hands out forward. And actually, you know what? Samantha is also a bit of a nerd. She's going to put her hands to her side, and then she's going to bring them back up to in front of her, and kind of like just her command to create a bone is Kamehameha. That's what she's going to do.
Tell me what it looks like as Miguel is trying to assist with this. What is Miguel
Okay.
doing?
Miguel, so I rolled using flesh
Mhm.
because in my mind, if it's just bone, I don't know how it's connecting and how it needs something solid to like
You're trying to give the boat skin.
kind of like ish like
I can picture this. It's like
Yeah.
it's like you're making the rib cage of the boat, and
like when the
this-
muscles start to grow around the bone and then the flesh on top of it. It's kind of like that, yeah.
Okay,
Oh, that's so gross.
Mira, how is Kat helping here? What is Kat doing?
Cat is making sure that the boat is actually shaped like a boat and it'll actually float and stuff like that. That's the thing that a boat's supposed to do.
Go on, Samantha,
then
like,
just
give it some
sink.
sides. Like it's just gonna fill with water.
Give it
Like,
size, make sure you know, like this is the math problem of it, right? Like,
okay. I think what happens is Samantha starts producing bone.
So really quick, before I do that, we just got a $10 donation to the Trevor Project.
Okay.
Yay!
And our incentives say $5 gives +3 to the next roll. Can we use those as two different $5 donations and add +6 to the roll? Ben?
Yeah. Okay, I will give you that.
Let's go.
It is real.
Okay, so what happens here is you're able to, like, this is the first time you've intentionally used your powers together to try and create something. You've never done this before, and it's never worked like this before, and you've certainly never produced anything of this size before. You've produced, I think you produced a sharpened kind of bone dagger in the last episode, and earlier you produced a splint. This time you managed to produce, I don't think I'd even describe it as a raft. It's like almost like a large bowl, like a really big serving dish, and it's only going to be big enough for maybe 1 or 2 people. And Miguel comes along and like puts some flesh on it that gives it a little bit more buoyancy, and Kat helps you shape it into a shape that isn't going to instantly capsize. And as soon as this thing is made, this person and their partner just scramble onto it, and they're like, you can deal with them, right? You can You can get away from them. I saw your powers. You've got powers. You can do things.
Hey, no, we're all getting on the boat. What do you mean?
It's not. Look at the size of you. You're not going to fit. We'll all sink. We'll all die.
Fuck it, we'll swim along with you. We're not staying behind for this horde.
Okay. Well, we're going to push off, and you
I'm gonna
you
grab
do
the
what you
boat.
can.
I'm gonna grab the edge of the boat so they don't leave.
The zombies are now meters away from you.
Yeah, okay, so we're gonna push off with the boat, and all of us are going together. Whoever can get on the boat, great. The rest of us can swim. At least that's what I'm trying to do.
Can we
Do the zombies
swim?
look hostile towards us?
Like,
Us in particular?
You don't know yet.
I don't know yet.
all right, which one of us is brave enough or stupid enough to to like stick your hand out at at the zombies and see if they bite?
Gonna fit that dog.
You know,
What I will
dog.
say is that when Miguel was running along, it seemed like the crowd and the herd were still encircling you lot. They didn't seem to be particularly chasing after Miguel.
Hmm.
Oh, okay, I see. Cat pushes the boat so that the humans go into the water.
Is Samantha going to hold on to it?
So Cat pushes Samantha along with the boat, and Samantha wants to go with the boat.
Does Samantha resist this? What's Samantha's reaction to all this?
I'm gonna go into the water at least, not disappear, but like about 5-10 feet into the water.
Okay, so like half her body is still poking out above it.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Just stand there waiting for the reaction from the zombies while I also don't want the boat to leave. So I'm just trying to figure out how we make this work because I don't know. Like these people, the way that they got onto the boat and just decided to leave.
Okay. These people on the boat in quotes, are frantic, panicking, thinking you're just going to serve them up on this dish to the zombies and then try and escape yourself. They are trying to push you off and get you to let go so they can get loose. We're going to have a contested check here. So let's have a strength check from Samantha.
Before that,
these people get no bonus to this.
I wanted to, can I tell them what my intention is before we do the contested roll?
I think that, this would have been voiced throughout all of this scene of what your plan is and what you're trying to do and what you're saying to them. They do not give a fuck. They don't believe you. They just want to get away. So I'm going to roll a flat d20 here. You can add whatever is relevant to you holding onto the boat.
Okay.
I've rolled a 10.
Come on, surely you can do better than a 10.
Okay, I'm going to add +2 for giantess, +1 for resistance, +1 for composure. Because I'm doing this very chill and calm. I'm not worried about the zombies right now. So, I need to roll a 6, basically. 7 actually to beat it, right? Yeah. That's an 18. Wow, where was this roll earlier? I got a 22 total.
Okay, so these people are just trying to push you off. They're trying to get your hand. They're trying to pry off your fingers from the bone boat, and it's like a toddler. It's just nothing. They have no power against you, and you can see their eyes growing wide.
I'm just gonna growl at them and just be like, if you keep trying to push me off the boat, I will break it in half. You saw me make it out of thin air. I can break it out of thin air as well. Stop resisting. I'm trying to figure this out.
Okay, so at that, they both just kind of jolt back in fright. And I think going through their heads right now, Blake can feel it. They're like, did we make the wrong friends here? Have we gone to the wrong people for help here? But they resign themselves to what you tell them. At this point,
I'm going to push them a little bit further away as well. So just my neck is above water.
Okay.
So that's where I am, like underwater with the zombie horde around us. That's how far away they are. Yeah.
Okay. This is now quite far out to water now because you're like 6 foot, 7 foot deep in the water. and the rest of the crew are still on the beach.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
probably kind of putting my feet in the water, but kind of seeing what the horde does.
Yeah, so Samantha is maybe like, I'm going to say like 10, 20 meters out into the sea at this point. And the rest of you are on the beach, and the horde, the herd of zombies gets right up to you. And they are stopping at the water's edge, but they're clearly like trying to reach for what's out in the water. Any of them that touch any of you start trying to grab at you, and you are now surrounded by zombies. You're like, unless you try to distance yourselves from them, you're right amongst a crowd of zombies, and some of them are touching you and not like aggressively trying to do anything, but they are realizing you're there and that you're not them, and they are trying to attack is the wrong word. Maybe exploring what this new different thing is amongst them that clearly isn't the thing that they were trying to get to. And then Mira, Cat will hear a galloping.
Okay. Like behind the horde?
It's hard to see. There's so many zombies around you. You can't really see past them or through them. You're all kind of enveloped by these zombies at this point, and Samantha's way out to sea. You can just hear what sounds like a galloping. Just a single, like, horse kind of galloping.
Miguel, let's go into the water. I'm backing up into the water. Can we swim?
You can swim. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I don't know.
I
Zombies aren't going into the water. At least, like, Samantha's not drowning, but it's because Samantha's standing.
Like, that's fine. Sorry, Rose, was you going to say something?
Can I try casting my mind and see if I can connect with whoever or whatever that is?
Yeah, sure.
Like, as in, like, see what it is, like, I guess, kind of, or read, mind, whatever it is.
Let's have a roll.
Okay, I got 11. I'm adding psychic and clarity to that, or just...
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so that's 15.
Okay. It's hard to tell what's going on. You're picking up on every single one of these creatures that's around you, and it's like muddying the psychic waves or something.
Also, I can kind of read their minds or whatever.
I mean, it's definitely like it's causing interference in the attempt, but you can feel them on an individual level, and it's so much, it's almost like it's overloading you, and you can just feel a hunger from each one of them, and they just want to feed. That's the only thing any of them are thinking about. And you can feel a larger presence, but you can't really tell. Steve, I've just noticed I don't think my subtitles are working. Hey, why is that? Interesting. Huh. How do I fix that?
Well, considering they don't know what this is, whether it's friendly or not, even if it is something or someone that, whether it's something or someone, they don't really know. So they're also going to go into the water.
Okay. Miguel also goes into the water?
Yes.
Okay. So you're all in the water at this point, and that galloping noise is now audible to all of you. The zombies just kind of are still trying to get into the water, but without going into the water. It looks weird. They're not pushing each other. They're not like forcing themselves into the water. They're just getting to the edge and then holding off. And all of a sudden, that galloping noise, you can see a large figure coming out above, like a full head and shoulders, maybe even the torso of a woman coming through the crowd of zombies. And then you see them leap. And you see what looks like a full-ass centaur jump into the middle of this beach amongst this crowd of zombies. And this towering woman, half horse, fully bare, no clothing at all, but is the bottom half horse, the top half woman. And we're going to stop for a break now.
Aw.
We should go back on the beach.
Go back now.
I go.
Oh my
I see the
God,
woman. I go
hold
back.
her
Hey.
Well, look, no nat 1 so far, so we're going great.
Don't jinx
Yes.
it.
And in fact, the rolls have been pretty decent.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it
Yeah.
going way downhill now.
Remember that time when when Samantha fused bone into a person's leg, but that wasn't like too bad.
Yeah, I mean,
Sure,
they're
they got a
alive
few
still.
extra bones now.
It's not
Listen,
like
we
they
were
put the
told
bone
they
into
weren't
their
allowed
head
to
or
move
something.
it.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go for a quick pee break, and I'll see you back in like 5-10 minutes or however long we need. So, giant centaur lady has just arrived at the front of the beach. The rest of you are in the water. Samantha is deep into the water and holding this boat with these two people on. Yeah, so this centaur just comes up to the shoreline. All these zombies just crowd around her. And she looks down at you. Oh, probably the three of you at the shoreline anyway, just kind of ankle deep in the water. And she looks and kind of squints an eye, like, I don't think I've seen your faces around before.
I'm staying on the shore.
Hey, I think I would turn to Miguel turns to Kat. Remember when I said I was gonna stop questioning things? Yeah, I take that back.
What y'all doing with my food over there?
Your food.
Well, not mine, for my friends.
Well, they decided they wanted to live, so they're living over there.
Well, you see, my friends here are awful hungry.
Have we established, just head bobbing in and out of the water, have we established that these things drink blood, or do they like the flesh? Is it like a vampire situation, or is it like more of, do they want the brains? What do they actually eat?
Is this
I
in
mean-
character or out of character?
In character, while she's bobbing her head in and out of the water, this is Samantha.
I mean, Blake could try and look like to see if they're genuinely hungry or if this is just kind of like a thing. Like
Yeah,
they're
well,
kind
I
of-
think like even from their previous like psychic link that they'd made with all of these creatures, Blake can tell like these are genuinely hungry things. They are ravenous. They want to eat.
Well, I mean, they are hungry. Just not lying about that.
Of course they're hungry. Why do you think they chase these folks all the way over here?
You know, considering how many there are of you and the fact that they did get away, I feel like they've earned their freedom.
I had a bit of a head start. Anyway, who's you folks?
Who are you?
I'm Franny.
Franny or Freddy?
Franny.
Oh, okay. That was an out of
Francis.
character.
My full name
question.
is Francis. But I go by Franny these days. I don't talk to too many folk now. Like, I prefer to stick to these friends of mine. They ain't too talkative, but It's the first time I came across newbies.
Are you one of us? Like, alive?
Pat
Not really.
mentioned you.
Oh, fucking Pat! Is she still doing that disease shit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God damn, Pat.
Oh, I was right then, wasn't I? Pat is
Is she done with my gorilla? Okay, don't worry about it. Anyway, my friends are hungry. That's their food. You're taking that food away from them. They ain't gonna like that.
You expect 2 bodies to feed a horde?
Hey, it's a start. They're awful hungry.
What happens if they don't eat?
Well, they get angry.
Do they resort to cannibalism?
No, Steve.
Well, he left a message.
Is he back?
You're still
It's
busy
okay.
downstream.
We're okay.
Yeah.
We didn't go offline. Hey. Look, they're, you wouldn't like them when they're angry.
They're not them when they're hungry. They should be snickered.
Anyway, you know my name? Who's you?
Cat. I'm new-ish.
Yeah,
I
I
woke
can tell.
up recently.
Hey, Cat. How about you, pretty boy?
Oh, I have no chance.
Do you say that out loud?
No.
Okay.
The one chance. It is real.
I'm Miguel.
Miguel. I like you. And you? Kind of motions towards Blake.
Blake.
Okay. And who's your friend out having a swim?
Oh, that's Samantha. She's also really, really tall.
Is she now? Samantha, why don't you come back here and we'll have a little chat? You can bring your friends with you.
Are you going to try to eat them?
Not straight away.
What? Don't
Look,
mess
get
us
in the
up.
water, they'll be fine. Look, this gang don't like good water, so you're safe if you're out there.
Okay, I'm going to turn to those two and be like, I'm going to go back. I'm trusting you to not leave us. You can paddle a little bit further away to be safe. If something happens to us, then fuck off, okay? Like, as fast as possible.
I think they're just terrified at this point and just nodding silently.
Do you know about this person, this centaur person? Have you heard of them? Have you seen them before?
They nod.
What can you tell me that is not a rumor and what is actually based in fact? Leverage that I can use?
They like the injured one kind of leans over and whispers to you. They're weird. They like the zombies. I've
Okay.
not seen them like a horse before. That's weird.
Also, they can shapeshift too. That's good to know. Okay. Yeah. All right. Just be safe. I'll be back. And I push them further away into the water, using that as leverage to push myself and swim towards the shore.
Yeah,
I want
the
to
floating
confirm
dish
what
kind of
were
carries them a
we?
little bit further out.
Yeah. What were we wearing? Are we in rags? Are we wearing the clothes we died in?
What
We're
would you
in
like to be
rags.
wearing, Steve?
I guess
What
we're
does
wearing
Samantha
the
imagine
clothes.
herself in?
The clothes. Oh. I mean, we're gonna meet like someone who looks like they're like an important person, right? Samantha would want to be dressed properly.
Okay.
So as she starts to step out of the water, if we're doing this, you see that she's wearing the most elegant suit that you've ever seen. Just tight-fitting black white shirt underneath, red tie. She steps out she's got sensible pants on that kind of match with the suit and also have red stripes on the sides which match with the tie. And she steps out, and you see that you would expect her clothes to be wet because she's stepping out of the water, but her clothes are somehow dry. And I'm taking some more creative liberties here. Ben, stop me when you think I'm doing too much. And she steps out. She's wearing boots. Yeah, fair. She's wearing boots with high heels, like 3-inch heels. Well, they're not high, but like 3-inch heels, and the sides of the suit of the arms seems to slightly be tight, and you can see the shape of her muscles through it. Yeah.
Okay, so literally everything you just said, except all of it is white or off-white. And as you step out, you have transformed yourself to be fully clothed, except the clothes are made of bone.
Oh, okay,
And
perfect.
The fabric is like a flexible bone. It's like a thin layer of bone that you've managed to weave together somehow in your creation to create clothing.
Like cartilage?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so if that's what we're doing, then I'm going to change something slightly. Her suit is completely wet and see-through. If we're doing full white, fuck it. Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't soak the water because it is bone. So, as you said, like, it is completely dry because bone does not absorb water.
Okay,
and you step out, and everyone else can see. Like, the other three of you are still in the rags you died in, and now Samantha is suddenly dressed in this really sharp, bright white suit, and Franny looks as like, hot dang! Hello, darling.
Oh,
Samantha,
yourself,
right? Well,
yes.
I've been waiting for a friend like you to come along. Are you standing like and walking right up to her?
Oh yeah, like as close as the others are, not too far ahead.
As you step up, you see the rear legs of this centaur creature just kind of start folding into this person. And this is different to how when Pat had shapeshifted. Like, it's like it absorbs into her more gradually. It's less instant than when Pat did it. And as she does that, she's like, oh, well, I guess I better doll myself up a little bit too. And she folds in these rear legs, and then it starts wrapping around her, and she is suddenly wearing like a sundress, but it's made of skin. Well, now we can all get a bit more acquainted, but maybe y'all want to come out of the water a little bit, and we can have a little chat on the beach here. I'll just send my friends off to have a look for food elsewhere for the moment. And you see the herd immediately just kind of scatter in all directions.
Fuck, you need to teach me how to do that.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe you'll learn in time. Some of these things just come out as you grow, you know? So, what y'all doing here?
We're just here for the vibes. The beach sounded nice. We wanted to get out to the beach and just see the world in a we've been dead for apparently hundreds of years, or we've been dead for at least 100 years. I don't know how long it's been, really. And I figured the beach would be a nice place to go for a swim.
Well, time's a bit wibbly wobbly these days. We ain't too sure ourselves, to be honest. But I mean, if Delphine didn't send you, then what? Is it the nightmare guy? Is this because I lost my stone?
starts patting themselves. Do we have stones on us?
You don't find a stone on you anywhere.
Okay.
Well, what's your story then, darling?
I mean, we woke up like a day ago and went to Pat because the people there were like, "Oh, we'll get treatment if you go talk to Pat." And I was like, "Fuck it, sure, why not? I wanted to help." So we did that, and then Pat, after we left from Pat, tried to do some weird nightmare shit to me, but I resisted it. And then I was like, "Fuck it, we're gonna
wait.
leave."
Did Pat help you?
Well,
What did Pat do to you?
define help.
Oh God, he didn't give you no blood or nothing.
We haven't needed any yet. Wait, do we need blood?
No, don't touch his blood. So, he does nasty shit.
So I was right. The blood,
fucking
like
know it
Pat,
all,
is
that lady,
purposely making these people sick, so they will be subservient to them and work for them in exchange for the cure.
Oh.
That's what happened.
Honey, you are beautiful and sharp.
Thank
That's
you.
exactly.
You're kind of hot
why
too.
he's good. I don't like Pat much. We hang around together when we first came out, but she is up to some nasty shit, and I don't want nothing to do with that. Her little followers as well. They ain't much better. I feel bad for them, but they bring it on themselves. You can't worship people like that and think that it's going to be all hunky dory, you know?
Yeah, exactly. There are so many different ways to make people work for you. Fear should not be your first resort.
Nah, they all think Pat's some sort of god or something, you know, like they're king or queen or whatever Pat is wanting to show themselves as these days, you know.
Yeah, no, I don't like it. It's weird, but also, I mean, is Pat does that to humans? You're doing it to the undead.
No. She immediately steps back and crosses her arms. She looks really fucking offended by what you've just said. She's like, those are my friends. You fucking take that back, doll.
Okay. But you're actively using these, you're actively getting them to eat the humans. Isn't that, how is that fair to the humans?
No, look, I don't care about the humans. I care about my friends. These are my friends, and I'm helping them feed. They need food. That's the laws of nature, Don.
Okay, but then you can also grow a farm and have them eat the animals, right?
What do you think these humans are?
I was gonna say, you're like a shepherd. You're not a leader, you're a shepherd.
Well, I guess I think of myself still as some kind of rancher after all these years, but I guess that ain't too inaccurate.
What was your mission from the nightmare guy?
Oh. What was the word he used? She looks into the distance. It kind of reminds you of when you were talking to Pat and a similar question was asked, and Pat like really had to rack their brain to remember. It's like, oh, honey, that feels like so long ago. Maybe like Feed the World or something like that.
Okay, so each of you was given a different task?
I guess so.
And are you not in touch with the nightmare guy anymore, or?
Yeah. I ain't heard from Nightmare Guy since I lost my stone. That's a bit of a sore point, really.
So, wait, did you lose it? Was it stolen from you? Can we help you look for it?
What were you sent here for?
Well, most of us don't know. Because I haven't...
He didn't tell you to, like, come and stop us or take our stones or nothing like that?
Oh, that's weird. Pat asked us the same thing. No, we're not here to stop you or take over or whatever the fuck else Pat or you think. well, at least I don't. I don't know. Look at the others. Yeah, I don't think we're here to
She
stop
stands
it.
across all four of you and like is like searchingly looks into your eyes as you're chatting, and like the other three of you have been silent for a little bit. She's like almost like trying to examine you for your truth. What's your deal?
I don't have one.
That's weird. Why don't you have a deal?
Nightmare. I haven't heard a voice. I don't know. I woke up and I've just been here.
God damn. I have a whole lot of sympathy for the four of you. If you've been resurrected from the dead and you don't even know why. Well, it's a good thing you bumped into me after Pat, because Pat's a real piece of work, but I'm a friendly folk, you know? What do you want to do with your new life? And why are you protecting the general's assholes?
mean the humans?
Yeah, they go around indiscriminately killing things all the time. They ain't nothing to be saved. They as bad as anyone.
What will you do when there are no more humans left?
There's always more humans.
I mean, they are going to die out eventually, right? That's they have been dying out over the last 100 years. Their lifespan has shortened. Their nobody wants to bring kids into a dead world, a dying world. So what are you going to do? It is a very important question. Like, are you future proofing yourself? Are you looking at animals? Do the undead like animals?
Look, humanity's like a plague. You remember the olden days? A virus upon this world. They needed to be cut down a peg. And that's happened, but they still ain't gone away. They'll never go away. Humanity, something eternal about them.
What is the point of this? The Nightmare King, well, I guess not a king, I'm just calling it, I don't know where that came from. The night person thing, right? The nightmare creature. What does he want? Like, feed the world, sure, if you're going to go about feeding whatever. And then what? What does he achieve with that? What is the point of any of this? Like, before we at least had in the before times, or at least like, I don't know, the point was to make money and survive, right? Now there's no money and now it's just survive. But then to what end? What is the point of living, or us of us having these abilities if we don't have a purpose to use them? Which is why I was trying to help these people.
If you want to be having a philosophical conversation, you're talking to the wrong fella. You want to go back and talk to Pat if you want these sort of chat, but that ain't my thing. I don't know. I don't know what the Nightmare King's thing is or whatever they want. Like, I'm here. I'm hanging with my friends. I'm enjoying the freedom of the world, making sure my pals are nicely fed and that. That's what matters to me.
Okay. How far have you gone? Like, how far have you traveled since you've been awake? Does this extend everywhere?
Yeah, as far as I can tell, this is the whole world. I ain't been across the whole world, but I ain't seen nowhere this ain't.
Okay.
Anyway, you gonna give up that food, or am I just gonna have to go and find my friend some more?
Look, they asked us for help, and I feel obligated to help people who ask for help. So I think you're gonna have to go look for somewhere else.
Well, that's fair enough then. Like, I gotta respect you for your integrity, I guess.
Yeah,
Well,
I hope this doesn't put us at odds.
Look, like you said, it's just 2 people over there. We got a whole horde of my friends to feed, so we'll go off looking for a banquet elsewhere.
Yeah, why don't you just send them after the general directly, right?
She looks down at her fingers and just like she's picking her fingernails for a second. No, I don't think that's such a good idea. He's his own piece of work, you know? So,
General, one of us, one of you.
Yeah.
But this is so fucking weird. Okay.
Y'all bumped into Delphine yet? No.
Told to stay
Well.
away from her by Pat. By Pat, yeah.
She's an ancient one. Yeah. I suppose she ain't no more dangerous than General or Pat or anyone like that. I don't know, she on her own crusade. Maybe this whole thing's her fault. So you'll say you ain't got no stones? No, like, big shard of black stone? No?
Not on a person, but could it be embedded into one of us? Is that possible?
Y'all want me to check?
No. What does it do?
That's, I got a theory. Pat says I'm bonkers, but my theory is that's where it all comes from. Stones, they fell from the sky. They made this all happen, and I think that's where the nightmares come from.
Oh, the meteor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I used to have one, and then Delphine took it from me, and now I don't hear the nightmares no more. And I gotta give it to her. Like, the nightmares are nasty, and now I don't have nightmares no more. So, I guess it did that for me, but I guess ever since I lost that, I stopped growing too. So, I don't know,
But
maybe
Blake
this
heard
is the way
nightmares.
out for me.
We've all had the nightmares, but we don't have the stone. How does that work?
Beats me, darling.
If we find Delphine, do you want us to get your stone back?
I don't think you should go see Delphine. She's dangerous.
Okay,
She
what
beat any one of us. She could be the general.
What abilities does she have?
I don't really know, but she's dangerous. She outright kills some of them. You ain't the first ones that have come back. We're the only 4 that have survived, and I guess, well, now there's you too, so that makes 8, but
Who's the 4th one?
the general?
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
He says she
So-
can kill anyone outright. Why hasn't she?
I don't know. Mercy? Nostalgia? Loneliness? Who knows? I never understood that girl. I don't know. Sometimes I think she thinks she's like the angel of death or something. I ain't seen her in a while, but she's a complicated one, you know?
So all 4 of you woke up together, or are you from like different sets of people who woke up, sorry?
Yeah. We came up together. We had our things and told to clear out the world or save the world or heal the world. All this stuff. We did it for a while. I guess maybe we ain't doing it so much no more. Maybe that's why our powers ain't what they used to be. Maybe that's what all this is about with y'all coming back. Maybe y'all the next generation or something.
Do you like being this?
Anyone like being anything? It's just what I am. Y'all like being beautiful?
That is a question, isn't it?
Y'all like being alive?
That is also a question.
Well, it is what it is. I just take each day as it comes. Anyway, if I don't go help out these fellas soon, then some of them are gonna start getting real hangry, and none of us want that. So, heck, if y'all want to catch up again sometime, you search me out. You'll find me. The herd's hard to miss. But you'll just you'll take care of yourselves, because there's a lot of danger out in the world these days. And she will kind of almost bow, and then you'll see the central legs protrude from her again, and like do the whole like flesh unfolding kind of thing, and then she will pounce and gallop off towards some of her zombie friends.
Fuck, that's hard. This is Samantha, not Steve.
Sure, Steve, sure.
I don't think that's gonna work out, buddy. If she wants to save the zombies, but you want to help the humans,
I mean, to be fair, I don't
that's
want to
gonna
help the
start making
humans.
their
I'm
way
just...
out to the boats.
Those two people, if you look back at the bone boat, they have started paddling themselves out into the sea.
Yeah. I'll start swimming after them.
You can quite easily go and grab them and pull them back in to the shore. And they are just scared the whole time. And when you reach them in the sea and you start pulling them back, they're like protesting, but they're not physically trying to push you off or anything, because they saw how that went last time. You get them to the shore.
Cat's not gonna pull them towards the shore. Just kind of like just swimming along with them.
Oh, okay.
Because they said they're gonna go south to their base.
Yeah.
To where the general is.
Mm-hmm.
So Cat's logic is Pat is subjugating humans. Centaur doesn't give a fuck about humans, doesn't think ahead either. Delphine is a big ass question mark, and General is at least involved with the humans. So it's just kind of looking at like what the faction lineup is. I guess you would probably also ask them like as we're swimming.
Sorry, go on, Cat. Mira.
No, like probably like ask the humans like as they're swimming, like, so you work with a general, why? Like, what's in it for you? Like, why not Pat? Why the general?
The general takes care of us. Pat's a freaking psycho. I don't want to get sick. General kits us out, gives us this sort of stuff, like shows the kind of weapon. Okay, so it's broken, like, but like it did work, and I've got this protection, this gear, and that. Like, it's better than what we had when we were nothing, you know.
What do you have to do for them?
Just whatever he says. Mostly kill the zombies. Go out on supply runs or whatever, you know. Just whatever we need to survive.
When they're talking about the general, do they look uncomfortable? Do they look like they believe what they're saying, or? I'll roll
Let's
for
have-
it.
Yeah, let's
I'm
have
just
a roll.
wondering. I don't have anything that like gives me insight, so I'm just gonna. Where am I? So I've got a 2. I'm so busy swimming. I got salt water in my eyeball.
I think you think that they are. What is your assumption?
In general, my assumption is that all of them have a kind of idea of what they want. Probably power, which is why they're subjugating humans. Centaur, path of least resistance. Delphine is getting seemingly a lot of blame, so that is kind of wondering why. And the general, I mean, these people don't look sick, right? Like we saw them running. They are trying to help each other to get out, so there's some camaraderie going on. Just kind of, you know, they don't look sick. They look like they're geared up, like they're protected. They're not like as weakened looking as Pat's faction, so at the very least they're being taken care of.
All of that could be true.
Theoretically.
With a 2,
there's so
all of that
much
could
we
be
don't know.
What are the other 3 of you doing whilst Kat is swimming alongside the boat? Is Kat helping them like move the boat south? Yeah. Okay. Are any of you also going and doing that, or are you going along the beach? What are you up to?
I mean, it seems like a nice day for a swim, so why not?
Miguel, Blake.
Miguel is not fully submerged, but I think he's at least knee deep in the water, just walking alongside.
But if they're going, is going south alongside the beach, or
Yeah,
is that
so,
farther away from the beach?
South would be like going when Miguel had turned left and started running along the promenade there. That would have been going south.
Oh, okay. So I think
you're going adjacent to the beach.
yeah, I think sorry, Blake is also walking along the beach.
Is anyone talking as you're walking, or you just going?
I kind of want to try something.
Okay.
Can Blake sift through those two's minds and see if there's any like valuable information in there?
Blake can certainly try.
Yeah, anything related to like what we've been hearing, like verify, maybe something to verify information, or you know, stuff like that, like anything of note.
Okay.
Okay, and I'd add psychic and clarity.
Yep. I'll also give you nerves.
Oh, okay, so that's +6.
Okay.
That is a 19 in total.
Okay. You can kind of probe their minds, and you can get images of the general being a large, like, armored, looks armored, but like it's similarly to the way that these people seem to have white armor on them. It's like that, but like all over his body, and you can see through like this, almost like an exoskeleton around this person. They are large, like probably larger even than Samantha. And this image you see of them through these people's minds is of almost like a father figure, like passing out gear and items and clothing and things, very similarly to the way you saw Samantha producing bone earlier to make this boat. And this general is producing weapons and protective clothing and gear and stuff for each of these people and sending them out to do missions. That is what you're getting from these people, and that's what they are thinking of when they think of the general.
And that's it?
Yep. Is there anything specific else you'd like to know about? Like any information that you're missing that you want?
Maybe in relation to, what was her name? Delia or Delilah?
Delphine?
Delphine? And maybe even the Nightmare guy, if they know anything about that.
They know nothing at all about the Nightmare guy. Like, you search their brains for the Nightmare guy, and they have no like trace of nightmares or anything like that in them. Delphine they've heard of, but they don't know much of. Like, they just know that Delphine is a threat. Like, specifically a threat to the general.
Or anything gorilla-esque. Because Franny mentioned a gorilla, but then kind of brushed it off. Brushed past it.
They don't know anything about a gorilla.
Is that the
Didn't
creature?
Samantha face something that was gorilla shaped?
They do know of like larger creatures. Like,
we had a gorilla thing
like,
last session, right?
We had a gorilla thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when I
saw
said
it in my
hot,
mind.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
2 gorillas.
Yeah, these people seem to like know that like the zombification is not limited to humans.
Okay.
Oh, so animals can get infected. Oh my gosh, there could be zombie sharks.
Shut the fuck! You're not even in the water.
Get out of the water!
I swear to God, if I could nibble
It was just
on
a
Rose,
prank.
I swear to God, Rose.
You do a little trolling. No. That's all that I can. Anything like, I guess anything maybe of note of like the area they're around? Is there anything like significant? Any like specific enemies that they might have encountered? Like
I
what's
think
going on in the south?
You're starting to push the limits of where you can delve into in their minds. I think the ability maybe has a time or an effort limit to it, and you're trying to delve deeper and get further information from them. And I think Cat, probably as you're pushing them along, you'll see them kind of start shaking their heads and like shaking off something in their mind. They can't tell what this is, but they can feel a probing into their brains, and they're starting to shake it off. As you make progress south, Miguel would be able to see a small island outcropping that seems to have some sort of bridge across from the mainland. And it seems obvious that this is the place you're going towards. Steve, does Samantha get up to the bone boat? Or did she just go out in the water?
Yeah, I think after the conversation with after
Franny?
the centaur lady left, yes. After the centaur lady left, she's gonna go back into the water and just lay on her back for a bit while floating with the boat, and just vibe for a bit, listening to the conversations that are happening, but not contributing anything, because she feels like she's been talking too much and she just needs to rest her vocal cords for a bit, even though she's not sure if that actually is a thing in this body where, she can actually get tired or not. Yeah.
Samantha's lying. Samantha's busy yearning. in the ocean on your back, looking up at the night sky.
Yeah,
No
I mean,
comment.
the sky is beautiful. You've never seen the sky
I
looking so
watch
pretty.
them-
And you know, like on Rosie's background right now, that image of like the Milky Way, that's what you're seeing in the sky right now. It is
Wow.
gorgeous. And you're just kind of floating in the water. I think the bone suit that you've given yourself is trapping water, is trapping air, which is giving you buoyancy. So you're just able to float along the water like that. And I don't know, you splash your feet every now and again to give yourself some propulsion, but you're all gradually making your way towards this island. And how close do you get? Are you just going to keep on going until you reach right up to the island?
Is the assumption that the island is where the general is?
That seems to be what the people in the bone boat are saying. That's what they're indicating.
Yeah, then definitely. I think up until she's at like waist level, then she's gonna stop and be like, to the others, to the two humans, to go ahead so that they know, so it doesn't feel like an ambush, and they know that these two people are leading us here versus us just showing up by force.
Okay. Do you say anything to the two people before you send them off?
Yeah, just like lead the way. We'll follow along together. Let them know that we're not here to cause harm or hurt anyone.
Let's have a persuasion roll, please. And Kat can contribute to this if she wants as well.
I'll roll. I will help.
Can I also contribute?
I
Because I
roll.
like to talk.
Oh, a 10.
Okay, so we got a 10 from Kat. Yeah, Blake, you can contribute, and Miguel as well. You're all, I think, close enough to talk to these people before you send them off.
I got a 15.
Hell yeah.
I got 11.
Okay, so that's a +3 for the assist. And Steve?
I'll roll with composure, so +4.
Okay.
21 total.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, I think you're confident that these people will like do as you've said. They're not going to try and sell you out or anything. And as you send them off, like you can see them get up to the island, and instead of going straight to the island, they get off on the shore, and then they walk across the bridge, and you can see, probably Miguel can see most clearly, them like raise their arms in the air as they're walking along. The one with the fused leg is definitely like limping and like gets their friend to give them a hand again. And they gradually stumble across this bridge with their guns raised in the air. And you can see them get let in through a large gate. Are you all going to wait on the shore? Are you going to approach the bridge? What's your plan there?
Probably walk to the start of the bridge, like not crossing it, just like at the very start of it.
Okay. Are you all
Yeah,
standing
makes sense.
side by side? Anyone going in front or?
No, I think we'll just stand together. Just trying to look, or Samantha's trying to look as non-dangerous as possible. We're just going to look at the others and be like, do you want like me to make you suits as well? I don't know if I can, but I can try.
All right, the rest of us don't have clothes.
Well, now that you say that, what would Miguel be wearing in his mind? What does he imagine himself in?
Uh-huh. Okay. Probably like slacks and I'm trying to think. Kind of one of those like loose fitted, almost linen-esque shirts where they're like slightly open in the front, and a cardigan.
Yeah, okay. As you emerge from the water, Miguel seems to be wearing this outfit. but it is most certainly like made of skin.
Yeah.
Like it's a bit more colorful than Samantha's bone suit because skin have more variations of color, I guess. But
Wait, can I pick the skin color of it?
Oh, I knew you were
Yeah,
gonna
absolutely.
say that.
Okay. It is neutral, like close to it because he has medium brown skin. So
Okay.
The shirt is a little lighter, the cardigan's a little darker, and the pants are about a medium tone, a little darker.
I guess
than him as
it's
well.
just enough difference from your actual skin tone that you can tell that this is not just his skin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone else's skin.
Well, let's not go into that. Mira, what does Kat imagine herself wearing?
So at the party, they were dressed really like femme.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess they're kind of thinking like, oh, like everything's so unpractical. I wish I just had like the most practical thing ever, which in their mind is like these jean coveralls and just like
That's
a
exactly what I was
long-sleeve shirt
imagining. Yeah.
underneath, and like kind of like big shoes, but like to try to kind of make the silhouette a little bit bigger, but also just like boots in the sense of like, if I step on a nail, it's in the sole. It's not in my foot, kind of deal. You know?
Okay, I get you. So as Kat emerges from the water, if anyone was to look at her, they'd see someone that like looks like they're wearing these kind of coveralls, but they are like, it's like they're flowing, like they're made of liquid, and if you were to look closer, you'd note that this is blood that just seems to be continually circulating like a waterfall down her body in the exact shape of these coveralls, and like forming around her and contorting to the like her skin shape, her body shape and stuff. Rose, what does Blake imagine himself wearing?
What am I gonna form this with? Air?
Muscle. Didn't you have muscle?
No.
No.
I put all
Well,
my
guess we'll
stats
find out.
into
Guess we
put all my
find out.
stats into wisdom and intelligence.
The thought of the clothing.
I think you just like wear a business suit. It's kind of just, like
Wait, is it his
like
work
sort of
outfit?
similar to like what he was wearing, like what you'd wear to like a formal event. Kind of like what he wore to the party.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
Suit.
With a jacket and tie?
Yeah, the usual suit.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, when Blake emerges from the water, Blake is just wearing a suit. Just wearing those exact clothes, those normal clothes. Anyone looks at him, that's exactly what he's wearing.
This is 100% a mind filter, I swear. They're just making the way they can see
Yeah,
it.
when Blake, like, if Blake looks at himself and like pats his own arms and stuff, like, he's naked, not wearing anything. Like, maybe still rags.
I'm naked.
But he can look down and see that he is fully clothed. And if anybody else looks at him, he's fully clothed.
Okay.
It's like that Doctor Who situation. Okay.
Yeah.
Makes a freak.
I'm naked.
Well,
But
I say naked. You're in rags, at least.
Okay.
You have some sort of mind filter of like hallucination clothes.
Oh yes. Just like my favorite Pokemon, Zoroark.
So, as you're like standing at the end of this bridge, you look around and actually, Steve, can I have a roll from you, please? With plus bone.
Plus bone.
Mm-hmm.
Bone.
That's another 21. Holy shit.
Wow. Damn
Wait,
it,
what?
you guys and your rolls. It would be great if someone could roll a nat 1 now. It would be a great way to cap it off, but fine. Samantha and, well, yeah, in the four of you are standing on this end of the bridge, like kind of waiting to be given the go ahead. And Samantha, you'll look out and realize that this bridge is made of bone. Like, it is white, and there are white pillars along it, and where it's been like structured out of the sea, and it goes for maybe 50, 60 meters out. It is a bridge made of bone, and as you look out to this island, you can see protruding spikes all around as like defensive measures or something. And you can tell those are also made of bone. In fact, maybe the entire island is made of bone, and this is a big island. Like, we're talking military base size island here, almost like an aircraft carrier kind of thing, but it's made of bone. And as you have this realization, you hear a shout come from the gate up ahead that is also made of bone. And you hear this deep voice rumbling along. You may enter! And then the gates open. And you can all walk along the bridge to enter the island. And I think we'll leave it there for the night.
We entered the bone zone. Let's go.
A bone. This is some sort of bone island. What's next? A bone lake?
Oh, listen, we had a bone episode, okay? We had bone boat. We had bone.
So yeah, I've got this nice image, like the final image of you all like walking step in step along this bone bridge towards the gate, towards the next person you're about to meet.
Yay! Hopefully they don't murder.
Yeah, hopefully they don't like attack you and kill you or like harvest your stones. But
Yeah, no, I
Oh.
was off. I was off the simp train the second she was like, I can check. I'm like, no, it's okay. No.
Wait a second.
I can feel murderous intent. I would know.
okay, let's do some
I'm a
outros.
simp, but not
So,
that much of a simp.
No.
yeah. I'm trying not to say your character names now. Monroe, why don't you tell us who you are, where we can find you, and what you're up to these days?
Yes. Hey y'all, I'm Monroe. I use he, they pronouns. I've been here playing Miguel Garcia, who uses he, him pronouns. You can find me generally online at Monroe on Blue Sky, where I tend to lurk the most. I'm primarily a game designer and sensitivity reader. You can find my games currently on sale for the month of Pride at monroe.itch.io. I'm regularly every other Tuesday on Would Be Heroes playing D&D. And I've got a few other things coming up this month. Going to be playing some on Nerds with Dice and Game Master Mondays. Got a couple games that should be announced soon, so look out for those.
Cool. I love Game Master Mondays. I've been listening to their Rat City thing that just finished this week, and oh my god, so good. What kind of sensitivity reading do you do?
I primarily, funnily enough, I've been hired a lot for horror, which is actually kind of really funny. But a lot of like stuff based on my lived experiences being Mexican American and queer and all those, and some mental health and disability things. Cool.
Yeah, I just know there's like a range of things that people do sensitive reading for, so just curious.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, Rose, who are you and where can we find you and what do you do?
Sure, hi. Once again, I'm Rose Blossom, Rose for short. I played Blake Edwards, he. You can find me on YouTube and Blue Sky at roseblossom2468. As for what I'm currently up to, you can find me on Nerds with Dice as both Shasta from Fantastic Realms and Corvin Road from Fields of the Dead Midwestern Zombie Apocalypse, though that particular show is currently taking a break. And then finally, you can find me on Rollers Joined as Morgan Fay in Breaking Neon, a City of Mist campaign.
Cool. Oh, I've not listened to a City of Mist AP in a long time. Awesome.
Yeah, I'd recommend it.
Okay, and Mira, who are you? Where can we
Hi.
find you, and what are you up to?
I'm Mira. I played Kat, the simp that wants to live. We both go by she, they pronouns. Um, on social media, I can be found under Miskatonic or Miskatonic TV. We try every Sunday to play D&D 3.5e on Dead End Dimensions on YouTube. Other than that, I'm basically doing this. I'm going to be running How's My Driving for a couple of friends, and we'll record it and upload it, and I will get to terrorize my friends that do not do well with horror and put them in a slasher flick. So
That's awesome. I love that game, so that'll be very cool to see. Awesome.
But otherwise, just Blue Sky is where I'm most active, Twitch and YouTube.
Cool. And finally, Steve.
Hi, I'm Steve, also known as Sassy Pants. I run Pants Tables and other related things. You can find me here doing a bunch of stuff. We've got about 5 more one-shots for Pride over the next few weeks. And we've also got our regular games, all fundraising for Pantsless Pride 2026, which includes the Trevor Project, plus also individual mutual aid fundraising for 5 individual people in India. All cool things. We also have merch, which is really fucking cool. We finally have international shipping for merch. Pre-orders are now closed, which means all of your orders that are made starting tomorrow will be made to order. So they're going to be shipped out as soon as they're ready and not going to wait for a week. We did have a bunch of really cool people who signed up for the pre-orders. That was really cool. If you know someone on the Pantsless Table support team, reach out to them, get their promo code so that you get a 10% discount on all sales and they get a percentage of profits. It's a thing that I've been doing with everyone across the board. It's really cool. And also, what else do we have? We had a new game start this Sunday, Monsters Ate My Homework, which is created by Aman. Incredible vibes, great, cool things on the horizon. We're also doing, this is the first time I'm announcing this here, but Pantsless Tables recently won a micro grant from Evil Hat, which is really fucking cool.
Oh, nice.
The money is going to be used to pay for art, to pay our performers, and also pay for some marketing. That we're finally gonna do paid marketing for Pantsless Tables for the first time, which is really fucking cool. That premieres in mid-July, right after Pride. It is a Blades in the Dark hack of sorts called Hands in the Dark, where instead of playing criminals, we're playing community organizers trying to fundraise and trying to change our city for the better. So we're currently working on a complete overhaul of the system to remove stuff like a drug den when we get upgrades and replace that with a farmer's market, for example. So those are the things that we're currently working on. It's a really cool concept that I'm really proud of. And hopefully we get to do more of that soon. In July, we also have a Pasión de las Pasiones game that we're working on, which is going to spread across all till the end of October. It's 10 episodes, 8 episodes, I think, of the show that is, it's set in the world of Duskwall, in which is the Blades in the Dark setting world, which is just like a thing that was written to, so like Pasión is already a game within a game, right? Or like a TV show within a game, whatever. So Blades in the Dark is going to be the setting of Duskwall, a TV show in the world of Duskwall, which kind of tries to showcase the history of Duskwall.
That's
in
such
that
a
sense.
perfect game for this channel,
Yeah,
man.
right? Yeah. Danny Mendoza is running it, which is really fucking cool. He's run a couple of other things on the channel as well. And we've
As if
got
Danny doesn't do enough, yeah.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I don't know where he has the time, but I'm very excited about those 2 cool things coming up soon. But also, of course, we have our we have a weekend-long event for the last weekend of June, which is Saturday, Sunday, 2 12-hour streams. That's what I meant to say, not 2 episodes. 2 12-hour streams featuring our regularly scheduled games with also 4 extra one-shots as a round off to Pantsless Pride, which I think I've announced this last week as well, but which if we hit $1,500 for the cause, it is going to end with a face reveal. The face reveal has already been filmed and it is already ready to go. We just need to hit the total. So that's where we're at right now. Yeah. That's all from me.
Cool. Wow. That's great. Well, I've been Ben Newbon and I've been The Nightmare. And this has been a really nice session. I like this session. It felt cozy to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
was
one rolled a 1.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
a bit disappointing.
It was all wonderful and absolutely
close. I
nothing
rolled a
bad will
2.
happen later.
Nothing bad will happen in the
nothing
bone
bad will
zone.
happen ever. Absolutely not. Like,
The Bone Island.
But
Bone!
I
Oh my
I'm
god.
loving this game. This has been a lot of fun for me, and I'm gonna have a lot more fun next session. So this is going great, and yeah, I'm Ben Newbon. You can find me everywhere under my name, Ben Newbon. I'm on Blue Sky at bennewbon.itch.io, which incidentally is also where you can find my games that I make, because I'm also a game designer. I created this game and other games. I am also on the, like, I think it launched today, RPG Trader. You can find some of my games on that too. And yeah, I am on a bunch of shows this week. I am on Draw Steel on Thursday on His Cursedness on Twitch. Saturday I am on Would Be Heroes with Fallout 2D20. Next Tuesday I have my next episode of Cybertopia coming out. We're between seasons, but I have done an interview where the cast interview me, so they really gave me some shit, which I think people will find fun. And then I've got some other stuff planned for Cybertopia for the next couple of months before we start season 3 airing. It's already been recorded. I've got like a year's worth of material still to edit, but yeah, season 3 will be starting at the middle to end of the summer, depending on how much I've managed to drag out the break. We'll see. Other than that, what else have I got? I think that's probably everything. We'll see you again in 2 weeks' time for more nightmares.
Hello.
Bye, everybody, and thanks for listening.
Bye.
Also, there was $10 donated, so I owe $10. If people donate like another $700 in the next session, then I'll have to match that, and we'll be at the $1,500 goal. So, yeah, go for that.
Extort Ben. Let's go next time.
Let's go.
Yippee.
Bye, buddy.
Bye.
Asterix wave asterix.